Fever, sky falling. Indiana blows out Chicago despite missing Caitlin Clark, Steph White. The Indiana Fever came into the first WNBA game in United Center history and conquered the Chicago Sky in a 79-52 blowout. This is the Fever's second win over the Sky this season, adding to a 35-point win at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on May 17. The Fever are now back to 500 at 4-4 and will head to Atlanta to play the Dream on Tuesday. Here are 3 observations from the game. Indiana Fever easily handled Chicago Sky, even without Caitlin Clark. It was never much of a game for the national TV audience, at least not after halftime. Even without star guard Caitlin Clark, rotation spark Sophie Cunningham, and even coach Steph White, Indiana easily took down Chicago. Indiana had an 8-point lead after the first quarter, a 13-point lead at halftime, and a 29-point lead at the end of the third quarter. It seemed like the Fever started to gel more in their 4th straight game without Clark on the floor. They had struggled to find a rhythm and an identity without Clark, leading to a discombobulated offense. But Indiana has now put together 2 solid games in a row. Some of that is thanks to Ari McDonald, who signed a hardship contract with the Fever on June 1. She brought a spark the Fever were missing with Clark and Cunningham out, scoring 7 points with 5 assists and 3 steals in Tuesday's win over Washington. She brought her spark off the bench again Saturday night, scoring back-to-back threes after she checked in during the first quarter and finished with 12 points and 4 steals in 25 minutes. Fever win first game with Steph White away from team. The Fever headed to Chicago for Saturday's game without coach Steph White, who is currently away from the team for personal reasons. White was not at practice Friday afternoon, but the option remained open for her to head to Chicago on her own on Saturday if she could. She could not make it to Chicago. It was determined Saturday morning, and first assistant Austin Kelly stepped into the acting head coach role. Kelly has worked with White for years in different aspects, dating back to 2012. He joined her staff in Connecticut in 2023, then followed her to Indianapolis after she took the job with the Fever. Kelly, who is the Fever's offensive coach, has a very similar coaching style to White. There aren't going to be any major changes in Indiana's offensive scheme, obviously, and Kelly is such a hands-on coach, it's not usual for him to be very vocal during games. It wasn't a big adjustment for the Fever on the court. Still, they were missing White on the sidelines. This Fever win was for her. Her not being here is not easy, and I think for us as a team to try to just do as much as we can to make her proud, Lexi Hull said pregame. And it's great that we have a staff that all of our players believe in. It doesn't matter who's leading us at that top spot. We're going to go out there and give it our best effort. Indiana Fever finds success in assist-heavy basketball. Since the beginning of the season, the Fever have been emphasizing assist-heavy basketball, never standing with the ball in their hands for more than a second, always making that extra pass to find the best shot. This week, it's been coming together. The Fever had 9 assists on their first 10 made shots Saturday night, helping build an 8-point first-quarter lead. As their assists climbed, their lead ballooned too. Fever center Alia Boston led the Fever in assists, taking advantage of kicking the ball out from the paint for 5 dimes. Duwana Bonner and Sydney Colson each had 3. In all, the Fever finished with 20 assists on 27 made shots.